When we talk about anger and aggression, we need to separate two things that often get bundled together, especially when emotions are high. Anger and aggression are not the same thing. Hi, my name's Tamar Sloan. I'm a psychologist who supports parents through the hard stuff, and I do it with evidence-based, grounded strategies. So this is what parents who have explosive and or neurodivergent children really need to know. Anger is an emotion, aggression is a behaviour. The distinction matters more than it might seem. Anger is part of being human. It's wired into us. It shows up when something feels unfair, threatening, overwhelming, or out of control. And children feel anger for all the same reasons as adults do. They feel misunderstood, they feel powerless, they feel hurt, they feel blocked from something that they want or need. Anything that provides dopamine, devices, ice cream, time with peers. Anger on its own, it's not bad and it's not something we need to eliminate. In fact, trying to get rid of anger usually makes things worse. When children learn that anger itself is unacceptable, they don't stop feeling it, they just stop showing it safely. They bury it, it leaks out sideways, or it builds up until it explodes. Aggression, on the other hand, is not an emotion, it's a way of acting. Aggression includes things like hitting, kicking, biting or pushing, throwing objects or breaking property, threatening, intimidating or cornering others, using physical presence, volume or rage to control the situation. The parents who I support, these are the behaviours that they see. Aggression is what happens when anger spills out in a way that harms, scares or dominates. And while anger is unavoidable, aggression is not something we can allow to run unchecked. So here's the line I want parents to hold on to again and again. All feelings are allowed, not all behaviours are. That one sentence does a lot of heavy lifting. It allows you to stay with your child and with honesty and integrity. I can see you're furious. I get how overwhelmed you feel. It makes sense that you're angry right now. And at the very same time, it's not okay to hit. It's not okay to threaten. It's not okay to hurt others. That distinction frees parents from an impossible bind they can find themselves in. The bind where it feels like you have to choose between validating your child or setting limits, between being compassionate or being firm, and you don't. You can validate the feeling without excusing the behaviour. You can hold a firm boundary without shaming the emotion. And in fact, separating the two is what allows children to eventually learn how to feel anger without acting out aggressively. They don't learn by being punished for feeling, and they don't learn by being allowed to hurt others. They learn when adults stay present, calm, and clear, holding both compassion and limits at the same time. I cover this in my upcoming book, The Parenting Paradox: Love and Limits in an Age of Challenges. But there are strategies there for you to be able to do this, hold love and limits, in my free mini course When Things Escalate. The link is in the bio. Keep being awesome.